These are the most heartbreaking moments in NBA history. The league is filled with legendary plays, buzzer beaters, and unforgettable championships, but it has also witnessed moments of deep tragedy and pain.
Timberwolves guard NBA veteran Malik Sealy died as a result of a head-on car collision in suburban Minneapolis.
Those are the things you can't get back.
Sometimes it's not about the points scored or trophies lifted, but about the personal struggles, shocking losses, and emotional stories that left players and fans in tears. And first,
before we continue, I'd like to take a moment to recognize Terrence Clark. Terrence was an All-American high school basketball star in the Boston area. He attended the University of Kentucky, and following his freshman year, he declared for the draft. Terrence was expected to be drafted tonight, but he tragically passed away in April following a car crash. He was 19. His extraordinary talent, commitment, and dedication to the game deserve to be recognized on this stage. It is my honor to now announce that with the next pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the NBA selects Terrence Clark from the University of Kentucky.
A moment that turned what should have been a dream come true, the NBA Draft, into one of the most heartbreaking chapters in basketball history. The NBA Draft is supposed to be the happiest day of a young player's life. But in 2021, tragedy struck. Just hours after signing with an agency and preparing for his future in the league, 19-year-old Terrence Clark lost his life in a car accident. His name was still called at the draft, but he wasn't there to walk across the stage. Instead, the arena stood in silence as fans and players grieved. A dream that ended before it could begin. January 26, 2020, a day basketball fans will never forget. Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 others were killed in a helicopter crash. The news sent shockwaves across the globe. Arenas filled with fans wearing Kobe jerseys. Players broke down in tears mid-game, and tributes poured in from every corner of the world.
Do you consider this some form of a relief, and did you almost have your spirit broken at your lowest point?
Well, I had so much going on outside of the game basketball that people didn't know about.
Can you tell us what some of that was now? Are you willing to discuss that?
No, not really, yeah.
Kobe wasn't just a superstar, he was an icon whose legacy lives on. Even in heartbreak, for Jason Tatum, every game is played with someone special in mind, his late grandmother. She passed before she could see him achieve his NBA dream.
I said, I want to be an NBA player. I want to be the best player in the world. And she said, you need to be more realistic. And, that's probably not going to happen. And I remember everybody laughing. And that was like one of the lowest points because I already felt, intimidated going to school. I stood out. It's like I kind of didn't belong. And then for her to say that and everybody to kind of laugh, that really, it crushed me. I cried. I remember my mom wiping my face and telling me that, so remember this moment. Never let anybody tell you what you can or can't do. You have me and grandma, that believe in you. You can do anything you want.
In emotional interviews and tearful moments after victories, Tatum has reminded us that behind every rising star, there's a story of love and loss pushing them forward. Chris Paul is one of the greatest point guards in NBA history, but his career has been filled with playoff heartbreaks. From devastating injuries in key moments to painful Game 7 losses, Paul has carried the weight of near misses year after year. Fans across the league, even rivals, have long hoped to see him finally lift the trophy that has slipped away too many times.
It's tough on me, but I think it's probably even harder for the people around me, right? Especially my wife. My wife is the one who has to bear those late nights, those I can't sleep, and my kid. Like, my daughter is the sweetest soul you'll ever meet in your life, but she's at that age now where at school, kids talk crazy to her. So she had a little boy, whatever, at school that said some reckless stuff to her. It was like, your daddy ain't never gonna win no championship. And my baby is she's special. She'll hold it together there, but when she got in the car, she called, and she was upset. And I had to have that conversation with her and talk to her, tell her, like, baby, some people talk and some people do, but that's part of it. It's tough, man, but can't nobody ever be harder on me than I am on myself.
In 2017, Gordon Hayward was making his long-awaited debut with the Boston Celtics.
Probably hit the biggest shot in Cavs history. They're going up. Oh my goodness. Hayward broke his leg. Hayward is...
Just minutes into the game, he landed awkwardly, snapping his leg in a gruesome injury that silenced the entire arena. Years later, Klay Thompson would face similar heartbreak with back-to-back injuries.
Thompson grabs his left knee, now writhing in pain.
As we have Derek Jones down in the court, like he was shaken up coming around a screen.
Here they come right back at you. Sumner on the drive. Kennedy, and he grabs his right leg. Now they've got him up on the stretcher.
Jordan Bell to McCall to let it in.
Oh my.
And Pat took a tough fall again.
He did this a few games ago, the same spot.
And thoughts for Pat McCall.
Both players fought hard to return, but those moments reminded everyone how quickly a career can change in a single play. Michael Beasley entered the NBA with superstar expectations as a top draft pick. But behind the scenes, he battled personal demons.
That they need help. I'm tired, bro. We'll say this. It's a.
In an emotional interview, Beasley admitted feeling betrayed and abandoned by people he trusted. His raw honesty revealed a painful truth, that even with fame and money, loneliness and heartbreak can still consume a player's life.
Tough shot.
Beasley backs his way.
I'm telling you, you can't play much better defense than that.
Kyrie, all for defending. Beasley, pull up.
Wow. This might be the best game I've ever seen Beasley play.
It's like none other. I've wanted to be here so long, but this and that, whether my fault or somebody else's fault, kept me here. I still think I have a chance to be one of the best in the NBA. Like your favorite player, I'm your favorite player, slave player. They took everything from me. I ain't been able to play basketball. They laughed at me. My mom died and they laughed.
The shorts incident, same thing. Somebody passed.
I don't leave the house. I play basketball and I go home. I don't care what y'all do no more. All I care about is playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to nobody. I've reached out and I've reached out and I've reached out.
Please, none of us can do it. None of us can do it alone, bro.
You gotta find good people, and us three can be good people. No disrespect to what y'all got going on. I've been trying to find good people for so long. I'm tired, bro.
I would say this. It's over.
I got. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing left. You ain't got nothing left to give.
I'll tell you this, bro. Like, whatever you need, dog, like, you just want to talk. We want to be those people. Nobody want to see you go through this. And at some point, you got to have somebody who don't need from you, who don't want from you, who want to see you win, man. What we saying is, man, don't give up.
But everybody just sit there and laugh. Motherfuckers just sit there and make jokes. Motherfuckers only care when it's time for somebody to die.
The COVID-19 pandemic hit Minnesota Timberwolves star Karl-Anthony Towns harder than most. He lost his mother and multiple family members to the virus.
COVID was so early on in everyone's mind, it kind of was played down by everybody. We knew what it was, and we knew that with her, you have to take the extra precaution. But she wasn't. She was like everyone else, they just didn't know. We took her to, funny enough, the hospital I was born at JFK Hospital in Edison, New Jersey. It just got to a point that, you know, they were like, you know, you gotta start thinking about some things. And I was just like, no, she's not done. She's a fighter. She's gonna fight to the end. So I flew out from Minnesota to New Jersey and I went to see her, and I've seen her in different states in my life, but this one was different because there was just so many things happening, so many tubes in her. So now I'm like looking, it's like kind of not looking like her. She was speaking to me without saying a word, and I felt like she was like, I'm good, I got a lot of energy, good.
Because she was in a coma.
Yeah, and she was transferred to University of Penn. She started getting the medication she needed and everything. Stabilized her. She slowly started getting better. We had started the conversation of waking her up. That was news to me because, you know, she's just been in a coma for so long. There's so many more things that could happen the longer she's in a coma. Things are looking positive. Has a really rare bottle of Tennessee. I took a shot. I was very excited. And my phone went off, and it was my dad, but my dad called me solely. But when he called me and I realized right away, I analyzed it, I knew something was off and I could feel something was off. And I said, what's wrong? I said, what's wrong? And he was just like, she's gone. She had a stroke during the night. And she just told me that those doctors had thought there's no way for meaningful life after this stroke. I wasn't gonna have my mom go through all that and not give her a last chance. God works in miraculous ways. Now it got to a point where it was just harming her. I gave her all the time. I made the hardest decision you can make. Call my sister, told her what the decision I made was. I think the worst call, the most difficult one was calling her mom. It was calling my grandmother. So telling her, you lost your daughter. I thought the grandson could do, which I gotta let her go.
Watching Towns break down while talking about his mother showed fans a different side of their hero, not a dominant center, but a son, grieving like anyone else. His courage to keep playing through such tragedy inspired the world. Damian Lillard became the face of Portland, loyal, passionate, and clutch. But loyalty came with heartbreak.
Here is Lillard for the record. And he knocks it down. And he has now moved past Clyde Drexler for the all-time scoring mark in Blazers history.
Congrats on being an all-time leading scorer in Portland Trailblazer history.
Yo, Dame Dollar, congratulations on becoming the Portland Trailblazers franchise all-time leading scorer.
Dame Dollar, my brother. That's an amazing accomplishment.
Despite his heroic playoff performances, year after year ended in disappointment. After heartbreaking exits, Lillard's emotional words proved how much he carried his team and his city on his shoulders. For fans, his story has always been bittersweet. Greatness overshadowed by unfulfilled dreams. In 2020, Lonnie Walker shocked fans by cutting his iconic hair. Later, he revealed the heartbreaking reason.
Game ball, congrats, huge accomplishment.
It symbolized freedom from years of childhood abuse. His courage to share his story inspired millions, proving that some of the most powerful victories happen off the court. Few stories are more heartbreaking than Isaiah Thomas in 2017. Just one day after his sister's tragic death, he suited up for the Celtics in a playoff game. Despite overwhelming grief, he scored 33 points. Tears filled his eyes, but he gave everything for his team and for his sister.
Thomas on the drive, pull-up jumper, it's good! Isaiah Thomas gives the Celtics the lead with 2.4 remaining.
It became one of the most emotional performances in NBA history.
I'm a max guy, so I deserve the max. I mean, my time's coming. They know they got to bring the Brinks truck out. They know that.
These are the most heartbreaking moments in NBA history. Stories of tragedy, pain, and resilience that remind us the game is more than highlights and championships. Behind every jersey is a human being, fighting battles on and off the court. If these stories moved you, don't forget to like this video, share it with other fans, and subscribe for more powerful moments from the world of basketball. Because sometimes the toughest fights happen far away from the spotlight.